Greetings and salutations, humans. Most humans operate from false identities, disconnected from their authentic self. Now, this produces spiritual blindness, energetic weakness, and vulnerability to manipulation. When personal integrity is absent, recurring emotional pain, poor decision-making, and self-sabotaging patterns manifest. Now, dear viewer, spiritual sovereignty begins with self-awareness, truthfulness, and a commitment to live in alignment with the authentic self. The path requires courage, daily practice, and the willingness to confront inner dishonesty. Now, the seed of dishonesty and its consequences are watered daily by the digital matrix. I often think of Satan, the adversary, the Antichrist energy current, as fragmentation, and all of those forces and dynamics that serve to hasten fragmentation and perpetuate it. And at the other end of the spectrum lies unification, the law of one. Now, the nature of lies and manipulation, which foment and promulgate fragmentation, are such that all intentional falsehoods, even minor, open vulnerabilities to dark forces. Lies create split realities, distort perception, and erode personal light-body integrity. They further separate your eternal energetic Atman, your eternal self, from your awareness that is further trapped within your egoic awareness. Lies create split realities, distort perception, and erode personal light-body integrity. Now, chronic dishonesty attracts attachments and undermines consciousness. As your eyes can only perceive less than 1% of the visible energetic spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum of reality, you don't know, as soon as you utter a dishonesty, the dark energies begin to form about you and thus plan your demise. Now, this is a pathological deception that the majority of people live within, a recurrent lying that is often linked to possession patterns and deep-seated fear. Now, self-reflection is required when external dark forces appear persistent or aggressive. Your integrity is your spiritual armor. Speaking truthfully aligns consciousness with higher spiritual attributes. And truthfulness is the foundation of all human virtues and a gateway to connecting with the inner Christ spirit. It is incumbent upon you, dear viewer, to recognize spiritual blindness, your disconnection from your true core self, the eternal observant Atman, the inner Christ, your inner Krishna. An inauthentic living produces inner emptiness, unresolved pain, and a lack of fulfillment. Spiritual blindness arises from unawareness of self and life purpose. The dark energies seek to continuously exploit your blind spots. So, a word as to the exploitation of blind spots. Your energetic weaknesses and unresolved trauma are exploited by controlling forces. Self-deception and external manipulation operate symbiotically reinforcing disconnection. They feed off one another and keep you locked within the digital matrix. Now, there is a path to clarity, all right, which is the daily observation of thoughts, emotions, and emotions are energy, your energies in motion that have been set in motion by your thoughts. And reactions enhances your self-awareness, being observant of this dynamic. Identity is your thoughts and emotions combined at any given moment. That is your identity. Now, identify recurring obstacles as markers of spiritual blind spots. Reclaiming the core self, your false identity versus your authentic self. False identities emerge from trauma, fear, and societal conditioning. Compensatory behaviors, conciliatory behaviors mask fear and create incongruence between true self and outward presentation. Now, you must heal the core wound to reintegrate, to become in alignment. Examine your internal dialogue for negative self-beliefs and inherited trauma. Break ego walls of separation to rediscover unconditional self-love and self-acceptance. And this is a matter of authenticity as liberation. Stop acting out incongruent behaviors and surrender the need for external validation. Begin conscious alignment with the core self to resist external manipulation. Say what you mean and mean what you say. These are the principles of personal integrity. Align words, actions, and intentions to reflect authenticity. Communicate with kindness while maintaining truthfulness, even in challenging conversations. Avoid counterfeit conversations. Address conflicts openly and avoid evasive communication. Recognize inauthentic behavior and the internal impulse to hide or lie. This is a matter of structural integrity of yourself, your eternal Atman, of having the soul totally manifest within your personal daily life, which is integrity. And this is analogous to building structure. Weak character leads to moral and spiritual collapse. Observe responses under stress to identify weaknesses and reinforce resilience. And this is a matter of self-leadership and recognizing and living through your core values. And you must define your core values to execute those core values. Identify 3 to 5 guiding principles that are essential to authentic living: unity, compassion, service, self-value. Or not. If you are service to self, then identify those behaviors as well and values. Align your behaviors, thoughts, and relationships to these values. And self-inquiry questions for alignment are of the nature of: what does this value truly mean to me? How do my thoughts, actions, and behaviors reflect this value? How can I deepen the practice of this value in daily life? And then conduct an annual personal integrity assessment. Evaluate congruence between core values and lived actions. Record insights, lessons, and opportunities to increase alignment and self-leadership. And there is a practical embodiment of integrity, which are daily practices for authentic living. Identify behaviors that need correction or alignment with personal values. Determine obstacles or triggers that disrupt integrity and neutralize them. Cultivate honesty, transparency, and open communication in all relationships. Accountability and growth. Admit mistakes and apologize when promises are broken. Seek support from individuals who embody integrity and truthfulness. Observe progress and adjust behaviors to deepen authenticity. And protecting your sovereignty, which is maintaining personal boundaries while practicing transparency. Direct energy and attention toward meaningful activities aligned with your soul values. This also involves advanced integration and light body sovereignty, maintaining energetic coherence, align thoughts, speech, and action to reinforce light body resonance. Regular self reflection strengthens intuitive perception and spiritual clarity. And you must navigate polarized reality, recognize and resist external manipulation in times of societal bifurcation. Inner coherence provides stability amid conflicting forces and dark influences. Embodied virtue and spiritual ascendancy. Living in truth and integrity naturally manifest higher spiritual attributes. Authenticity allows for the full expression of Christos-Sophia consciousness. Now I share with you this declaration of sovereign integrity. I honor my truth, reclaim my core self, and live in alignment with my highest purpose. I embody personal integrity, act with courage, and maintain transparency in thought, word, and deed. I discern truth from deception, cultivate self-awareness, and navigate all challenges from the strength of my authentic being. I am sovereign, free, and luminous. Now, I have offered this Master Codex as a full operational guide to identify and heal false identities, build personal integrity and core self-sovereignty, strengthen energetic resilience and spiritual clarity, and embody values and Christos-Sophia consciousness in practical life. And I have offered that all before 9 a.m. So please leave this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for further lessons in personal integrity from the Embody New Earth Ashram for compassion and strength. Namaste. Namaskaram.